What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a weekend reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love, man. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. Hopefully my notification gang pulls through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Libra. So let's go ahead and get it cracking, man. Happy Friday, everybody. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Let's go ahead and get started, man. What do we got going on here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got coming in here for Team Libra, please? Messages for my Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Libra, we're going to get one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully all is well. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Swords. You could be connecting with an air sign, by the way, a Gemini, Libra, or possibly an Aquarius. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Tower. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Judgment. And then looking at the outcome for your weekend is going to be the King of Wands. So Libra, let's go ahead and talk about it. We got here Queen of Swords followed up here with the Tower. Stepping into your weekend, guys, Queen of Swords to the Tower, it kind of feels to me like you are avoiding some sort of ending or avoiding something that's collapsing in your life. I feel like you're trying to pay no mind or pay no attention to it. It's kind of just like, I'm just going to pretend this isn't happening, you know? And I've definitely been there, done that. I've had moments occur in my life where I was like, okay, this is kind of an interesting time, you know? It's pretty hectic. It's a little chaotic, but I'm just going to pretend it ain't happening, all right? I mean, taking a look at what you're dealing with the Judgment card. I think right now you're making the best judgment call you feel like you can, and that judgment call is I'm stressed. Life's a little chaotic. There's a lot going on. My judgment call is don't focus on it at all, okay? Looking at the outcome that's present, we do have here the King of Wands. King of Wands here says, let me just put my energy into other stuff for a little bit, and I'll come back to processing and dealing with all this at a later time. And to be completely honest, guys, that's absolutely okay. Listen, sometimes you need to take a break from all the intensity that you're connecting with and dealing with in your life. Sometimes it can be incredibly overwhelming. Sometimes it can be a lot. The only difference is when you take a permanent break from it, that's a different story. You know, we all got to address our shit here with the Tower. We're going to have to inevitably address what's going on, whether something's ending, whether something's chaotic, whether something's messy. You know, you're going to have to get back to it at some point, Libra. But if this weekend you're looking for a bit of a distraction, if this weekend you're looking to just take some time off from all the chaos for a little bit and focus on something that feels good, focus on something that's fun, you're more than welcome to do that. You can embrace your inner King of Wands here this weekend and have a good time and look the other way and focus on the good stuff in life or focus on something that's fun rather than all the chaos or whatever crazy stuff you got happening currently, okay? So Libras, my best advice for you is that moving into the weekend, if you've had a pretty nutty week, if you've had a lot going on, if there's something, you know, going on in your life right now that's really intense, you can take some time out to take a break from that and to just enjoy yourself. Inevitably, you got to get back to the Tower, though. Inevitably, you got to face what's happening, but it's okay to take a break sometimes. Sometimes we all need a break here from chaos every now and then. Sometimes we all need a mental vacation, right? And you're more than welcome to have one. So Libras, don't be afraid to have a mental vacation here this weekend. If that's something that you need, that's absolutely fine, okay? All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we started off here with our air signs for today. We're going to go ahead and do air, water, fire, and earth. Going on to our water signs, let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Cancer gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got coming up here for Cancer's weekend? Messages for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Cancer, we're going to get ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. I really got to get a new deck for the daily readings, man. These cards do not shuffle for me anymore. All right. Let's go ahead and have a look, though. Let's see what's up, baby. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be a Queen of Swords. Looking at your current energy, we do have here the High Priestess. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the Nine of Wands. And then lastly, for Team Cancer, is going to be a Two of Swords. So, Cancers, stepping on into your weekend, baby. Queen of Swords all the way to the High Priestess. Definitely seems to me like you are not really paying attention to your intuition here. It's almost like you know something's true, but you don't want to believe it, Cancer. That's kind of the vibe that I feel is coming through here for you. It's like you can tell something's happening happening. You can tell something's true, but you don't want to believe the situation. So it's like you're purposely ignoring your intuition because it's like, I know it's true, but I really don't want to know it. All right. So I feel that for sure, Cancer. You know, Cancerians are very intuitive beings, and I know that sometimes my intuition is spot the frick on, but I'm like, I just don't want it to be true though, you know? So I get where you're coming from on this one. I mean, having a look at what it is you're dealing with, Cancer, you're dealing with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands here says, you're trying to do everything you can to kind of keep this energy reserved. You know, you're keeping everything that you got going on to yourself. And I mean, looking at the outcome being the Two of Swords here says you're just kind of confused right now on what to do, because it's like, you know that your intuition is saying something to you, but you also know that you don't want to believe it. But at the same time, you know that you have to embrace the truth. So Cancers, you're in this very finicky energy moving into the weekend where it's like, I know that I need to just accept the truth for what it is, but it's so difficult when I don't want to hear it. It's so difficult when I don't want that truth to be the truth, right? And that is one of the most difficult things, when an ugly truth needs to be accepted, or when something we don't want to hear needs to be accepted. It's like one of the most difficult things for us to do. It's quite a challenge, but at the end of all of it, Cancer, I mean, you can live in the Queen of Swords, you can ignore your intuition for as long as you want, but inevitably the truth will prevail, and you're only delaying yourself from having to accept it at one point or another. So my best advice for Cancerians coming into the next 24 hours is like, if you are constantly, you know, getting reminded right now on an intuitive level of something that's happening, and if you know that something is true, you know, do your best to kind of accept it this weekend instead of pushing it off. You know, confront what the truth is rather than running from it or hiding from it, because it may be something that you're not necessarily happy with. All right, so that's what I got here for Cancers. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And I know that it's a bit of an intense message, but if you know something to be true, if you got that gut feeling and you just know you're right, tune into that feeling, because you're only delaying the inevitable, right? The truth will always prevail. Okay? All right, Cancerian, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And by the way, just to throw this out here, you know, if you spam your zodiac sign a million times in the chat, it's not going to get me to reading it faster for y'all. Okay? I do every single zodiac for every time that I do the daily readings. I will get to your message for your sign as quickly as possible, but if you're constantly spamming it, you're going to make me not want to do that sign next anyways. It's not going to make me want to do it any quicker, and it's also going to disrupt a lot of people. So please, guys, don't spam your zodiac. If you don't want to sit and wait, you guys can always come back and watch when the timestamps are posted, okay? All right, everybody. So we did our beautiful air signs. We also did our water. Jumping on into the fire now. Let's have a look here at the Leo gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what do we got going on here for Leo this weekend? Messages for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my Leo, let's go ahead and get ourselves one last shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Leo, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Wands. You could be connecting potentially with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, or a Leo. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have the Three of Swords. Taking a look at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then looking at the outcome that's present, we do have here the Knight of Pentacles. So Leo, stepping on into your next 24 hours, let's go ahead and talk about it. We do have here Seven of Wands paired with a Three of Swords. Kind of feels to me like you're in a period of time right now where you're doing your best to block out some pain. You're doing your best to shut out some pain, and it has been working for you for quite a bit of time. I mean, looking at what it is you're dealing with the Nine of Swords in reverse. You're feeling better here, is what I'm seeing. So Leos, there's something here that you're doing that's making you feel better. I'm not sure what the Seven of Wands is representing. I actually don't feel like the Seven of Wands is about dismissing or blocking your feelings. I actually think that the Seven of Wands is the energy of overcoming your feelings. Like, for example, imagine climbing up a mountain. You know, when you get to the top of the mountain, you feel incredibly accomplished. Typically, this energy with the Seven of Wands, it almost looks like this man has traveled up to the top of the mountain and he feels like he's accomplished something. So Leos, I feel like stepping into your weekend here, what's happening is it's not so much as dismissing your feelings, but you've overcame them. You have found a way to cope, is what I'm feeling for you guys moving into the weekend. I mean, looking at what you're dealing with, Nine of Swords reversed, this is the feeling of sweet, sweet relief. And looking at the outcome that's present, Knight of Pentacles, this is the energy of feeling very balanced. This is the energy of feeling very stable. So for my beautiful Leos, I feel like you're finding a way to cope here, especially if you were dealing with something incredibly intense. You're finding and figuring out what works for you. And ultimately here with the Knight of Pentacles being the outcome, everything seems to be stabling out here for you, especially on a mental level. So I love that for you guys, actually. That's awesome. All right, Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving motherfucking forward. And by the way, guys, I just have to, go ahead and say this and put it out here, even though I say it a lot. I did happen to see that comment by that person, and it's just like, yes, I did Cancer, but most of the time when I do my tarot readings, I don't do them in any specific order. Most of the time, Cancer isn't even the first water sign that's read. It's Pisces, it's Scorpio. Like, I don't have a favorite zodiac sign. I don't have a least favorite zodiac sign. I am not prejudiced against any zodiac sign. I don't care who goes first. I don't care who goes last. All I care is that I read every single one of you. It's just very repetitive, and it's very childlike, and it's very irritating to constantly have to deal with people who are like, yo, you favorite this sign, you favorite that sign, you always give this sign a bad reading, or you always read this sign first, or you put this sign last. Guys, I'm going to read every single one of you. I don't give a shit, to be frank, who goes first or who goes last. I don't have a favoritism for any sign or a dislike for any other sign. I am chill as fuck with every single zodiac sign that we all know exists. So with that being said, y'all, it's not a big deal. It's not meant to be a big deal. And if that's something that you just can't handle, please watch another channel, because I don't have the time to keep pausing my readings to explain something like this when it's very childlike behavior. It's very toddler behavior. Grow up. I have to be honest there. And at the end of the day, like, I don't like getting in this energy where I have to, say things like this and, not be in a great mood, because it is fucking annoying, to put it that way, to put it blunt. It is fucking annoying. And I don't want to have to sit there and get out of a good vibe and go into a bad mood. So with that being said, sometimes you kind of just got to speak up and say what you need to say. That's what I needed to say. Watch another channel if you don't fuck with it. It is what it is, All right, baby. So we're throwing away that energy now. We're getting back into a good vibe. It's the fucking weekend, baby. Woo! It's a good time. So we finished up our air. We did our water. We did our fire. Going on to the earth signs now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Virgo gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what messages do we got coming up here for Team Virgo, please? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Okay, Virgo, let's get one more shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully, we got ourselves some pretty fantastic stuff. Virgo, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Wands. You could be connecting with a fire sign for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we do have here the Six of Pentacles. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Knight of Swords. So, as far as what I'm seeing for Virgos moving into the next 72 hours, Seven of Wands here to the Six of Pentacles. I do feel for you guys, you're trying to be in a good vibe. You're trying to be in a good energy, but somebody here just doesn't seem to cling with that. Taking a look at what you're dealing with the Four of Pentacles reversed. It almost kind of feels to me like somebody leaves the room or walks out every time that you have something good to say or good news to share. It's almost like somebody here doesn't like your light, Virgo, is what I'm picking up on here. It's like an individual in your life will see that something good is happening, or that you're enjoying yourself, or that you're in a lovely mood, and it's like they'll walk out of the room, or their energy, you can just feel something about their energy that they're not happy that you're happy. So I think that in the next, 72 hours moving into this weekend, you're kind of limiting and restricting yourself from somebody here who can't really stand to see you win, who can't really stand to see you happy. I do feel like you're realizing this, you're becoming aware of somebody who just like always can't really stand to see you very happy or see you having a good time. And you're just like, yeah, I don't really want this person kind of always ruining my vibe. I'm over it, so I'm done sharing my good news or the good energy that I have with people who don't appreciate it or who don't want to share in that with me, because you're in the space, Virgo, where you're putting out good energy, right? And you want people to share that with you. You want people to be invested in that with you as well. And somebody here just can't really stand the sight of it. And it is what it is. I mean, looking at the outcome being the Knight of Swords, it's like, hey, like I'm going to swing my sword and I'm going to keep on moving forward and I'm going to keep on spreading my light. And if you can't spread that light with me, it is what it is. I'm just not going to share it with you anymore. So this is the energy of no longer sharing your light with somebody who just doesn't seem to be enjoying it, doesn't seem to appreciate it. And you're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward here, okay? And I totally don't blame you. There's a lot of people sometimes that cannot stand when other people are happy because they themselves are miserable. And with that being said, it's hard for them to relate to the happiness when they don't feel that within themselves, and misery does indeed love company. But you're not going to make this person your company, okay? All right, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our first batch of zodiac signs for the weekend. Moving on to the next batch, let's have a look here at the lovely Aquarius gang. What's up, baby? Messages for Team Aqua, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got coming up here for Team Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Aqua, let's go ahead and get a couple shuffles in here, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. All right, Aquarius, we're going to grab ourselves one last shuffle here, and we'll see what we got. What's going on for the Aquarius gang? Aqua, overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. Could be some sort of opportunity coming in here for you. Taking a look here at the current energy, we do have here the Justice in reverse. Looking at what it is that you're dealing with. What do we have? We have here the Death card. And then lastly for you, Aquarius, is going to be the Five of Swords in reverse. So, stepping on in here to your weekend, guys, we got here Ace of Pentacles to the Justice card in reverse. Kind of feels to me like this is the opportunity to balance something out this weekend. Looking at what you're dealing with the Death card, which is a card that is talking about significant change. So something here's changing. The game is changing for a few of you. And whatever's changing here is now manifesting an opportunity for you to be able to balance out the scales. Looking at the outcome that's present, we got here the Five of Swords reversed. It's the energy of no longer having to fight about something, no longer having to have conflict. This could be how do I say this? The energy of like you and somebody coming to a conflict resolution, okay? So there could potentially be a conflict resolution occurring here for you guys this weekend, Aquarius. This might be like, hey, we have an opportunity to find balance again, especially because the situation's been very unbalanced. So there could be an opportunity here for you and somebody else to change the game, aka to change the relationship. If things have been unbalanced, we can make it balanced again. Now, when I talk about changes too, though, it's not just so much about balancing the scales. It could be about changing a situation entirely. It could even be about changing a status with somebody is what I'm seeing here. I mean, moving into the weekend, if you and somebody are in a connection, maybe this is about changing that connection to something official. It could be about moving from just the talking phase with somebody into a real relationship. Moving into the weekend, this could be about a friend opening up and saying, hey, we kind of do have feelings towards one another. We can take the opportunity to test this out and see where it goes. But either way though, guys, I feel like for a vast majority of you, this is probably referencing a conflict resolution. If you've been pretty unbalanced with somebody and not really in a good spot with them for a hot minute, moving into the weekend, I think there will be an opportunity that comes in for you to balance out the scales. Most likely for you to say your piece, to be understood, to have them say the piece, to have you understand them, and then to move into a place where there's no more hostility, where there's no more negativity, and where things can transform into something much more positive. So it's about getting into a better place with somebody, especially if you've been in a little bit of rocky and choppy waters, okay? All right, Aquarius, I like that for you. Overall, pretty positive message here, okay? All right, Aqua, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air, jumping on into our water now. Let's have a look here at the Scorpio gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages to Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up for the lovely Scorpio peeps? Messages for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Scorpio, we're going to get one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the Moon card. So you could be connecting with the Pisces for a few of you. Having a look here at your current energy, we got a Four of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the Four of Cups in reverse. And then lastly for Team Scorpio is going to be the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So moving into your weekend, guys, we got here the Moon followed up with the Four of Pentacles. I definitely think there are some emotional things you've been holding on to recently. There's definitely been some emotions that have been sitting with you in reference to a situation. Whatever these emotions are, they've been kind of on your mind, they've been on your heart, and looking at what it is you're dealing with the Four of Cups reversed. They've also been pretty hard to ignore, right? Because the Four of Cups upright, that's the energy of ignoring something. When it's in the reverse, something here seems very hard to ignore. And I think that the feeling you're getting that's so hard to ignore is the fact that maybe you don't feel the same way towards a person or towards a situation anymore. There could be unrequited love here with the Ace of Cups reversed towards a specific person or towards a situation. So I think that you've kind of been keeping and sitting with this emotion for a while of like, I just don't really love something anymore, or I don't really love someone anymore. You know, I don't really feel connected anymore. There is the energy of disconnection showing up here for you, and that's been sitting with you for a minute, and you've kind of just been sitting on it, dealing with it, feeling it, figuring things out. And I think that moving into the weekend, you're getting to like the ultimate moment of where everything's clarified, where everything makes sense. You're like, yeah, I feel like this is the truth now. Like I can accept the fact that I don't have feelings for somebody anymore, or I don't like a situation anymore, or I don't like this thing in my life anymore. It's like you're realizing that you're out of alignment here, you're detached and you're disconnected. So Scorpios, I do feel for you guys moving into the weekend. It's about coming to the full-blown realization after sitting with your feelings and emotions for a while that you're not compatible with something anymore, that you're not interested or aligned with something anymore, and you're stepping into that truth and acting accordingly, okay? All right, Scorpio, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air, we did our water, jumping on into the fire. Let's have a look here at the Aries gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got coming up here for Team Aries, please? Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Aries, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Aries, overall energy for you is going to be the 8 of Swords in reverse. You might be dealing with an air sign for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we got here the 2 of Pentacles. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the 8 of Cups. And then lastly for you guys is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm seeing here moving for you guys throughout the weekend, 8 of Swords reverse, 2 of Pentacles here. It's kind of about letting something go. That's what I'm feeling with the 2 of Pentacles. It's like you're juggling away something out of your mind and you're putting your focus somewhere else. 8 of Swords reverse is about not overthinking about any sort of situation anymore. It's about letting your mind kind of roam free. So for you guys moving into the weekend, I feel like you're getting something off your mind and you're focusing up on something else. Looking at what it is you're dealing with the 8 of Cups, which is the energy of walking away. Now, I don't feel like you're physically walking away from something here. It's more so about walking away from something that's been on your mind. Looking at the outcome being Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune says you're doing a 180, you're turning a new leaf, you're moving into a different direction. So Aries, whatever's been on your mind here, it seems to me like moving into the weekend, it's about getting your mind off of someone or getting your mind off of something. It's like if I change my focus, if I shift my focus, then I'm going to be feeling much better because I'm not feeling stuck, trapped, or imprisoned in something that's constantly on my mind 24/7. So maybe you've been really thinking about a person a lot, and this weekend is like, hey, let's distract myself. I'm tired of thinking about this person. Maybe you've been thinking about a situation you just went through, and you're like, hey, this weekend I'm overthinking about that situation, putting my focus somewhere else so that I can think about something else, right? So you're essentially shifting your focus so you can get something off your mind. And whatever you seem to be shifting your focus to does seem a lot better for you. It does seem really good for you here too. So you're getting your mind off someone or something. And moving into this weekend here with the Wheel of Fortune, it does seem incredibly successful because it seems to me like you're going to be moving forward in this direction. Whatever you're getting your mind off of, it feels to me like your mind's going to stay off that person and or that situation as well, is what I'm seeing here for you. So moving into the weekend, Aries, you're letting something go over here. All right. Could be about letting go of a person, letting go of a relationship, letting go of an instance that happened, whether it happened recently or in the past. I just want to put my energy towards something else that's going to make me feel better, not something that makes me feel like I'm a prisoner of my own mind. And I get that 100%. All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the fire, the water, the air, jumping on into our earth signs. Let's have a look here at the Capricorn, baby. What do we got going on? Wait, just to make sure. Yep, we did Virgo first. Okay, cool. So Capricorn is free to do. Let's see what's up, baby. Messages for Team Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information do we got coming up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my Capricorn, we're going to get one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up, man. Hopefully all is well. Cappy, Overall energy for you is going to be a Two of Pentacles. Having a look here at your current energy, we got a Six of Pentacles in reverse. What it is you're dealing with, Capricorn, we got the Knight of Pence. And then lastly for you is going to be the Temperance in reverse. Capricorn, what's been going on in Capricorn's lives lately, man? I feel like you guys have been dealing with some pretty extreme energies. So looking at this so far, Two of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles reversed, you're not feeling very balanced. To be honest, something here does not feel like there's equal give and take. Something here does not seem to be flowing well. It feels to me like Two of Pentacles, it's a bit of a struggle to keep something afloat. You know, this could be about you feeling like it's a struggle to keep a relationship going, to keep a job going. You know, you feel like you're putting in a lot of work right now to try to like stabilize out something, but it's been pretty hard to bring it to a stable place. Now, taking a look at what it is you're dealing with, Knight of Pentacles is the card of stability. So I do feel that moving into the weekend, you are going to find a way to stabilize what it is you're trying to stabilize, but at what cost? Because looking at the outcome, you got here the Temperance reversed. It's been a very emotionally draining process, though. So for example, if this is about feeling or being financially free, I feel like, granted, you could find financial freedom moving into the weekend. For you, it's like, but at what cost, though? Because I'm mentally exhausted. I'm mentally tired. I'm incredibly drained, right? Because there's a cost for working so hard to have that financial freedom. For those of you that are trying to find stability within a relationship with somebody, it's still like, but what at cost? You know, at what cost? How much did I have to fight for that person? How much did I have to try to work on this individual? How much did I have to talk and communicate? How much did I have to feel like I was being ignored and drill into their head until they understood where I was coming from? So moving into your weekend here, something seems to be stabilizing for you, but at the same time, it was quite a hard journey just to get it stable in the first place. There's something here that wasn't a very natural ebb and flow. It required a lot of work, and granted, it's stabilized out for the weekend. How long is it going to be stable until it's not stable again, right, Capricorn? So I do feel for you guys in the next 24 hours, or sorry, in the weekend, in the next 72 hours, you're going to kind of be realizing, you know, granted, I'm working very hard to find some sense and some form of stability. Is it worth it in the end for myself mentally, right? Is it worth it being financially free if I'm incredibly drained from the amount of work that I do? Is it worth it having a relationship that's stable if I'm constantly having to fight for the other person, if I'm constantly having to talk to them, if I'm constantly having to work on it when it seems like it can never really just flow? So that's something that, you know, you have to kind of figure out by yourself here moving into the weekend, Capricorn, if this situation is worth it to you or not. Because keep in mind, Two of Pentacles too is also the energy of like weighing in the scales, like weighing out the pros and the cons right now, and the pros and the cons don't seem to be perfectly aligned. One seems to be outweighing the other, which I'm sensing is the cons. So Capricorns, moving into this weekend, you have stuff to think about. It's basically boiling down to, is the situation in my life worth it? And of course, as I mentioned, that's going to be entirely up to you. So give yourself some time to think, figure things out, kind of weigh in the pros and cons, and whatever you feel is right, go ahead and act on that decision, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And by the way, Zia, much love to you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for saying that. All right, baby. So we finished up all of the signs for the second batch. All right, moving on to the last and final batch. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Gemini gang. Let's see what's up, baby. Messages here for Team Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got coming up here for Team Gemini? Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. By the way, Gemini, I want to wish you guys a very happy and amazing birthday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you're having an awesome birthday, and I hope you're having an awesome season. So let's go ahead and get one more shuffle, and we will see what's up. Actually, guys, hold on. Give me 1 second. I believe I just heard my doorbell. We'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Thank you guys so much.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My superintendent showed up because I do have an AC that needs to get installed, and I was like, I'm sorry, can you come back later? So that was a bit of an awkward situation. But despite that being said, let's go ahead and see what we got going on for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Gemini. We're going to get one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got, baby. Hopefully, we got some pretty fantastic stuff, all right? Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Wands. So you could be connecting potentially with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Ace of Swords in reverse. Taking a look at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Sun. And then lastly for my Geminis, I like the Sun card showing up, by the way, we do have here the Three of Wands in the reverse. So moving into the weekend here for Gemini, Queen of Wands to the Ace of Swords in reverse. Kind of feels to me like you're in a position of time where you're feeling more confident the more detached you are without something. I definitely feel the energy of like living without something makes you feel more confident. This could be the energy of like maybe you walked away from a person, you walked away from a couple of friends, you walked away from a toxic individual. It also could be things that maybe you've walked away from, things like cigarettes, things like alcohol. Maybe that made you feel like it brought your confidence back and made you feel more alive is definitely an energy that I'm feeling here for you guys too. So nonetheless, you seem relatively happy here moving into the weekend. There was something you needed to walk away from or something you needed to cut off in order for your confidence and your happiness to come on in. So I do feel this energy showing up here for you. I mean, looking at the outcome that's present, we got here the Three of Wands reversed. Three of Wands reversed is like, I completely left something in my past and I don't feel or plan on bringing it back moving forward. So you're keeping something here in your past, Gemini, that you don't feel like you need to carry with you going forward. As I've mentioned, though, whether it's about cutting off a person, cutting off a friend, cutting off somebody here who may have potentially been a bit toxic for you in your life, it could even be like cutting out a negative habit, you know, such as smoking, such as drinking, or anything amongst those lines that you felt was dragging you down from being your best self or being your most confident self here moving into the weekend. So good for you, Gemini. I like that energy. I like it a lot, and I like that you're more so in a happier place, and most importantly, too, I like that you're feeling in a more confident place as well. That's what's most important for me to see as well, because confidence is a beautiful thing and it's a key too to happiness in life. So this is looking relatively awesome. I like that. Happy birthday to you, by the way. Let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all of our air signs, jumping on into the water signs. Let's have a look here at the Pisces. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got coming up here for Team Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Pisces, let's get ourselves one last shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on for the fish, baby. Hopefully, the fish are doing well. Let's go ahead and have a look, okay? Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You might be connecting with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Hangman in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We got here the Devil in reverse, and then lastly for you guys is going to be the Page of Swords. So for Pisces in the next 72 hours, coming on into your weekend, Two of Pentacles reversed, followed up with the Hangman in reverse. You essentially are letting something go. I feel like this isn't a situation you want to think about anymore. It's not a situation you want to talk about, nor something you want to continue. When you have the Two of Pentacles upright, Two of Pentacles upright is typically something where you would give a situation consideration, but you're not really considering something here anymore. I feel like overall, it's not an option, it's not a consideration. So looking at what you're dealing with the Devil reversed, you're letting something go. Having a look here at the outcome that's present being the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about kind of keeping an eye out for something better. So Pisces, you're letting something go and you're keeping an open eye for something potentially better for your future is what I'm seeing here for you. I think that, excuse me guys, I think that ultimately, whatever happened here before with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you probably gave something a lot of consideration. You probably gave something a lot of thought. More than likely, Pisces, whether this is a person you're dealing with or a situation, you gave much more consideration than you should have to whatever this thing was. I feel like you gave a lot of slack, you gave a lot of leeway, you gave a lot of chances to somebody or to a situation happening in your life, and every time it kind of led in that same disappointing direction. So that's why I feel like you kind of just said, fuck it, I can't consider something anymore, when time and time again it hasn't worked out, right? So with that outcome being the Page of Swords, it's like, you know what, universe, I'm open to whatever could potentially come next. All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Pisces Love 5, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. Thanks as always, Aunt. Have an awesome weekend. You as well, my love. Thank you so much for your donation, okay? So all the water signs are done. All the air signs are done. Jumping on into the fire. Let's have a look here at Sagittarius, all right? Messages for Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got coming up here for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Saggy, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Sag, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Wands in reverse. Sag, we just did Sagittarius. My apologies, guys. Hold on a second. Or no, we did not just do Sagittarius. We just did what? Gemini? Okay, we did Gemini, guys. Sorry, I'm very flustered right now because I have so much stuff happening in the background, so give me 1 second. So, Sagittarius, overall energy for you, we got here the Queen of Wands in reverse. Taking a look here at your current energy, we got here the Emperor. What it is you're dealing with, we got the Two of Pentacles, and then looking at the outcome that's present for you, we have here the Five of Pentacles. So, having a look here into your weekend, Queen of Wands reverse followed up with the Emperor. I can definitely say coming into your weekend here, you are in this space where you want something to go the way that you'd like it to go, but I feel like your expectations are not meeting the reality of the situation, if that makes sense. You have high hopes, you have high expectations. This could be about having high hopes and high expectations for a partner, having high hopes and expectations for potentially your workers if you are a boss. This could be about, because keep in mind, we do have the Emperor card, it could be the energy of you being a boss. So maybe you have high expectations for the people that work for you, but I feel like with the Two of Pentacles showing up over here, it kind of feels to me right now that you're in a space where those expectations aren't being met, and the reality of the situation is that everything you've expected to see is absent here with the Five of Pentacles. So looking at the outcome here being the Five of Pentacles, Sag, you kind of feel like everything you've expected to receive, everything you've expected to get, isn't really falling in alignment right now with what it is you've wanted and what it is you've expected. So moving into the weekend, it's like your expectations have not met the reality of what you've wanted, okay? I'm pretty sure I did a tarot reading recently for June. I don't know, was it Virgo's reading maybe? Because there was this title that I put for June, one of the June readings here, that was called Expectation versus Reality. This energy seems pretty similar to one of the reads that I did for June. But anyways, Queen of Wands in the reverse here, like I mentioned, you just don't really feel like something here is following through with the criteria of what you've expected, because you've expected more here with the Emperor. So I do see here something not working out quite as you have imagined it. And here's the thing, you know, sometimes we'll have expectations and they're not going to match our reality, because if we expect something to be one way, it always has the ability to be something completely different. So what I would say for you, Sag, is that if something's not going the way you've expected it, if something's not going the way that you've wanted it to go, take a look at why it didn't happen the way you expected it. Were your expectations something that were at a very high bar for what it is you were getting, right? For example, let's say you're a boss. Did you train your workers properly in order for them to perform the work the way you've expected them to, right? Let's say we're talking about a relationship. Did you communicate to your partner what you were looking for within that relationship in order for them to meet those expectations? Because remember, sometimes it's very easy to have super high expectations in life, but if the other party isn't aware of what it is you're expecting, sometimes it can be incredibly hard for them to meet that criteria. So this could be one of those situations where you have to express a bit more in a manner where other people can understand what you're looking for, what it is that you've wanted. Now, do keep in mind, Sag, if it's the other way around and you have expressed what you've wanted, but somebody didn't align with that, then that's a completely different story. If you've expressed what you've wanted, but somebody here didn't provide that, then at the end of it, that's probably just a person here who's not going to meet that criteria. They're not going to meet that expectations because they're not working to. So do keep that in mind. It could go vice versa, okay? But like I mentioned, take what resonates, of course, leave what doesn't. But remember, sometimes people need to hear you say and communicate what you're looking for in order for them to live up to that. And another reason too is like if it's the other way around and people aren't, living up to your expectations and they kind of like knew what they were the whole entire time, then that's probably a person here who doesn't really feel like they want to be in resonance with you either way, So keep it in mind, like people will only work as hard as they want to work to meet something if they really, really care about it or are really, really interested in it, All right, Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all the fire, we did all the water, we did all the air. Going on to the last zodiac sign for the weekend read. Let's see what we got going on here for Taurus. All right, what do we got going on here for the Bull Gang, baby? Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got coming up here for Team Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my Bull Gang, we're going to get one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on, baby. Hopefully all is well, all right? Taurus, overall energy for you is going to be the Justice in reverse. Having a look here at your current energy, we do got here the Nine of Wands. Taking a look at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Moon card. And then lastly for you guys is going to be the Page of Cups in the reverse. So, as far as what I'm seeing for Taurians here moving into the weekend, Justice in reverse followed up with the Nine of Wands. Kind of feels to me like you're in a position right now where you don't want to open up about something, especially something that you don't feel is fair. And I actually understand why you're feeling this way too, Taurus, because sometimes it's incredibly hard to open up when you feel like something isn't fair. Most importantly, when you feel like the other person isn't going to be able to listen to how you're feeling or more so validate how you're feeling, right? I mean, having a look at what it is you're dealing with the Moon card, and the Moon card is an emotional card. You're dealing with lots of emotions and feelings here, but looking at the outcome that's present, Page of Cups in the reversed, you're not reaching out and opening up about how it is you are feeling, right? So what I would say for you, Taurus, moving into the next 24 hours, you are in this position of saying, why bother opening up when somebody's showing me they don't care? Why bother opening up when somebody's showing me that they don't want to validate how I'm feeling, when they don't want to validate what I'm going through and what it is that I'm experiencing, right? So you feel like you're not being treated justly, you feel like you're not being treated fairly, and you also feel, what's the point of opening up about how I'm feeling if I'm still not going to be treated fairly in the end of all that? So what I would say to you, if you're in this type of situation, is that if you're connecting with people who continuously invalidate you, you're surrounded by all the wrong people. For people that don't want to take time to understand you, for people that don't want to take time to listen to you, for people that don't want to take time to understand how you feel and respect how you feel, you're around individuals who only care about their feelings, their wants, their needs, and their desires. And that's not the right type of energy for you to be surrounded by, because it's people who are constantly invalidating you. Of course, the most important thing is that you must validate yourself, right? I always tell people, validate yourself before seeking validation from anybody else. But if you're with people who do not treat you fairly, and who do not treat you with unconditional love, and who do not treat you the best that they could potentially can, then you're around individuals here who seem to be only really caring for themselves. So for Taurians here experiencing this energy this weekend, where you feel like there's no point to reach out about how I'm feeling because it's just going to get pushed under the rug anyways, then maybe kind of reconsider what you're surrounding yourself with, Because I've definitely been in situations before in my life where I feel like people have just kind of swept my feelings and emotions underneath the carpet. They didn't take out any time to understand where I was coming from or how I feel, so on and so forth. So what I would say to that is that maybe switch up who you're surrounding yourself with, because Taurus, you do deserve people to validate you, to love you, to care about you, and most importantly, to fucking understand you. All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And yeah, I did just see a comment, by the way, of people asking, like, it really does seem like the earth signs as a collective have been going through it. You guys have for sure, but keep your head up, all right? Because remember, everything that we experience, no matter bad, no matter good, it shall pass, okay? All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the weekend reading. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. I just want to quickly apologize, everybody. I have a lot going on today currently, so my apologies if I got a little flustered for a moment. I had people at my door, ringing the doorbell. I had stuff going on with my superintendent. I got stuff I got to do after this today. So today's a bit of a lot of shit going on kind of day. So I apologize if I had to take a pause real quick to get myself together. But nonetheless, thank you guys though still for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. I wanted to say shout out to everybody who sent in donations today, guys. Thank you so much for those donations. They help out a lot more than you all know. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you for your love and thank you for your support. Super grateful. For individuals here that are new to the CMT channel, definitely feel free to subscribe and join the Soul family. If you're new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe, baby. I would really appreciate that as well. In reference to what's going to be going on next week, I did do the Book of Answers check-in, by the way, for June 2022. That'll probably be uploaded some point next week. If not Monday, I'll probably upload it by Tuesday. So expect a Book of Answers for June coming out shortly. I am also in the process as well of working on the mid-June readings. So mid-June readings are probably going to start coming out either midweek or close to the end of next week, so you can expect that too. So there will be more content coming soon, guys. Just bear with me, and I'll get out the videos to every one of you as quickly as possible, all right? All right, guys, I am shot and tired. I'm going to go enjoy my weekend. Thank you guys for spending time with me and kicking it with me. It's appreciated as always. I love you all so much. Take care, guys, and have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.
Been fighting ways to get away. See you again. See you again.